Okay, now we're going to talk about the different types of RAM. So, we have four main types of desktop RAM. We have DDR1, DDR2, DDR3 and DDR4. These are the different generations, starting with DDR1 obviously. You can tell the DDR1 RAM quite quickly by these huge chips compared to all other types of RAM. But also it will usually say on the sticker DDR with no numbers. Then moving on to DDR2, you can tell that the chips are much smaller than the DDR1 RAM. To tell DDR2 RAM from DDR3 and DDR4, you'll usually see on the sticker PC2 written somewhere. That's your DDR2 RAM. DDR3 RAM, this has a heatsink attached. You can tell it's DDR3 by the label on the back. It will also tell you the size and the frequency and the clock speed of the RAM. It's important to check that your motherboard supports that size RAM and the clock speed of that RAM. Otherwise you're going to run into problems. This is the latest DDR4 RAM. Again, on the label it will say DDR4, it will tell you the size, it will tell you the frequency. And you can tell the chips compared to DDR1 RAM, there's a big difference. Another difference that you'll be able to tell is that the slots are in a different place on all the different types of RAM. This prevents you from putting DDR2 RAM into a DDR3 socket, for example. Then we have outlines. This is known as SODIMM RAM, or Small Outline RAM. This is for a laptop. This is again DDR3 RAM, but compared to a standard desktop DDR3 RAM, obvious differences. There are plenty of people who have tried to purchase RAM online, saw that the SODIMM RAM is cheaper, purchased that and realised when it came it's much smaller. Now this is server RAM. You cannot put server RAM into a desktop PC, and you cannot put desktop RAM into a server PC, because the slot is ever so slightly off. This is DDR2 RAM, and so is this, but as you can see, the slot does not line up on any of the RAM. Server RAM acts differently to desktop RAM, so it cannot be used in the same layout. Server RAM is intended to work with far more sticks than desktop RAM is designed to work with. That's why it's designed differently, and usually comes with these heat sinks to dissipate heat, because it's intended to work 24/7. That's the RAM.